Now we're going to move to item number 1 first. Madam Secretary, you'll call item number 1.
Item 1 is a motion.
Move.
It's been moved and seconded on item 1. On item 1, discussion. In favor, opposed, granted on item 1. Item 1 is the appointments to the Planning Commission for the terms to expire June 30th, 2021. If you're here, if you're standing, come forth. Certainly the chair, Marty Stein, being reappointed. Position 3 is Zaf Tahir. Position 5 is Randall Jones. Position 7 is Ian Rosenberg. Position 9 is Lisa Clark. Position 11 is Kevin Robbins. And position 19 is Linda Portis Pertle. And last, position 21 is Mandardo Sani Garza. Okay. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Marty, thank you. You've done a yeoman's job as chair of the Planning Commission. So thank you so very much. And then thank all of you. And then for those who are joining, thank you as well. And we all know this is a lot. It's a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work, but very needed for the city as we grow, develop, move forward. And quite frankly, what you do really helps and supplements what we do over here. So I cannot thank you enough for the dedication. I don't think most people realize just how much time you all put in on the Planning Commission for the fabulous pay that you receive. So we thank you for your volunteer spirit, okay? Now, having said that, let me start with Councilmember Robinson.
Thank you, Mayor. Commissioners, thank you for your time and your service. All of the reappointments, Marty, great to have that veteran team back, Ian, Zaf, and Randy with the other folks that aren't here today. Kevin, glad to welcome you aboard as your first-time appointment. Look forward to supporting you. As the mayor's alluded, you got a lot of work ahead of you, and we all appreciate your dedicated willingness to support the city and what we do here. I'm looking forward to meeting you, so hope to follow up with you shortly. But again, agree with the mayor. You guys are doing outstanding work, so look forward to being here to support you.
Councilmember Boyd.
Thank you. Chairman Stein, thank you so much, Marty, for your commitment. And to the board, thank you all so much. Kevin, I apologize. I walked with you down the tunnel this morning, and I just knew it was a new face I wasn't familiar with, and I didn't want to say too much, but I want to say welcome to the board. But Marty, to you in particular, I want to thank you. As a district council member, when we have issues dealing with, setbacks, whatever the issues may be dealing with from a community perspective, you've always been open to when we call to either delay the item and get the 100% to get the community engaged, get another opinion, and that means a lot. We're volunteering like you guys are, and we're all in this together, and I'm telling you, that means a lot for a district council member, so thank you so much. And I think Sonny Garza is just an outstanding young man as well. He chairs the Gulfgate Tours, and I just love working with Sonny. I really do, because Sonny, he gets it, and I'm excited about that. But Marty, thank you. Thank all of you guys.
Councilmember Christie.
I'm sure most of y'all realize that we take special attention to appointment to this commission because it's the future of the city of Houston. And I think you have the same envisionment that we have, that we want this to be the best city in the nation. And we're on the way to that, and we appreciate your help in getting us there.
Okay, Councilmember Laster.
Thank you, Mayor. Marty, and to the whole crowd, I just can't thank you enough for your service for this commission. I mean, there are many boards and commissions that we have the opportunity to appoint here, and I think it's fair to say, without exaggeration, that the Planning Commission is probably one of the most important ones that we appoint. because the work that you do on a daily basis impacts the neighborhoods that we represent. Everything that we're trying to do as district council members or at-large council members ultimately can be influenced positively or negatively by the way you approach the issues that come before you. You know that. Many of you have had conversations with me about that. And I thank you for your special expertise that you bring to the board. And I thank you for that commodity that's really kind of hard for us to find in this day and age, and it's called common sense. And wherever common sense can be applied, I think that is the better way to interpret rules and regulations. So I hope that you are feeling emboldened and empowered to do that. And I certainly want to thank you, because every decision you make impacts District J, or it impacts the rest of these districts on a daily basis. And it personally affects people's lives in this city. So we know that you take that work in a sense of soberness and a sense of seriousness. So we thank you very much for your time and your commitment, and you're worth every dollar you're paid, I got to tell you. Thank you very much.
Councilmember Travis.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I want to congratulate all of you on your reappointment, and Mr. Robbins on your appointment. I also wanted to point out that, as you all know, this is a very important commission, and I've always appreciated the fact that when I've come before the commission, I've seen a willingness to listen and a willingness to engage. And so I'm very impressed with the way the commission has performed to date. So I like to see the reappointments. And while I know most of you, I know one of you very well, and I want to point him out that Mr. Randy Jones is of particular interest to me, because he lives out in my area, in my district, and I work with him on actually probably a daily basis. I have found Randy to be very smart, very hardworking, and an asset to any group or organization that he belongs to, and I can probably say the same holds for the rest of you. But I want to thank you all for serving. I know you have other things you could be doing, but I'm glad that you're doing it for the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Stardy.
Again, thank you all very much for your service. I have had the pleasure of working with you, and it means a great deal to me when you're very thoughtful and considerate of when we come down to the commission and ask for consideration for our community and making sure that we are doing the right thing for the right reasons. Of course, Zaf is in District A, and we want to make sure we recognize that, and we appreciate all that he does for the community. And Marty, I had the privilege of working with you at this Horseshoe, and all that you did, and your expertise, and all that knowledge that you carry with you. I think we need a security detail around you. That's the truth. So I appreciate it again. And just so you know, I think y'all may have recall that there was a gentleman that was wanting consideration on an apartment complex on the Pittner, and the safe sidewalk that he's working with me and the community. Spring Spirit Baseball had requested a safe sidewalk from Hollybrook to Spring Spirit. That's happening as a result of y'all's encouragement to have a conversation and make sure that we're doing the right things again. So again, good work. Thank you.
Councilmember Gallegos.
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to congratulate y'all and thank y'all for y'all's willingness to serve on this important and very important commission. Zaf, thank you for always being there, always working for the betterment of the city of Houston, so thank you. I also want to thank Sonny, just like Councilmember Boykins mentioned. Excuse me, he's doing an outstanding job at the Gulf Gate Tours and here on the Planning Commission, so thank you, Sonny. And Ian, I've known you way back when I used to work for former Commissioner Sylvia Garcia's office. And thank you for everything you're doing at the Buffalo Bayou Partnership, so thank you all.
Thank you. Councilmember Martin.
Yes, and thank you for your work. I know this is a thankless job. One of the things I'm interested in from a planning perspective is there is a strong intersection between planning and flooding in neighborhoods. For the last 2 years, I've been hearing a lot of rhetoric coming from the county that talks about we have to have a multi-county approach. We have to do things in Montgomery County that will not negatively affect Harris County, which is my area where I live and I represent, as we border on Harris and Montgomery counties. So my question to you is, what can the Planning Commission do regarding this? And I asked this question today because we had 2 inches of rain in Kingwood yesterday, and we had flooding. We had flooding in streets. I'll show you a picture of a school that has never flooded before until May and August of this year, where the floodwaters were at the doorsteps of the school with kids in it. Something's gone on, and I'm getting tired of hearing the rhetoric about us doing a multi-regional, multi-county approach, and there's no action. So I'm going to look to you all to see if you can help us with this initiative, because we are going to continue to flood if we don't address the planning side that's happening all around us, especially in the area that I live in, and we've never flooded, and all of a sudden we're having inches of rain and we're having flooding problems. That's mind-boggling to me. So I plead, I beg for your help in this initiative. So thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Cohen.
Thank you. I want to add my congratulations to all of you and my thanks to all of you for all that you've done. I particularly want to note Marty's leadership and chairpersonship of the committee. She really is spectacular, and I know for a fact that she's in demand on a lot of different boards. There are a lot of people that would like to get Marty involved in a number of different programs and projects, and she has graciously refused to do them because her passion rests with what she's doing right now. And it's a shame for the other boards in other areas, but it's great for us. And Marty, it's not easy what you're doing, and it's wonderful that you have a terrific committee to work with, but it's your leadership that has really moved us forward. And so on behalf of all of us, thank you.
Councilman Edwards.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you again. I think the Mayor said it best for your hours of service that goes on and on and on behind the scenes. One of the things I definitely am anxiously looking forward to is the work that will be done or commenced with regard to walkable places and walkable communities, and really promoting that type of planning effort and endeavor across our city. I think it'll be very important for us as Houstonians and people who are visiting our city to be able to find seamless opportunities to utilize and access a vibrant streetscape. And so I look forward to, I know right now things are in the works in the planning department, but I do look forward to the work that stems from that, because I would like for us to really move the ball forward in that regard and really try to make our neighborhoods and communities walkable and destination places to be. Thank you.
Chairperson Stein, you want to offer some comments on behalf of everyone?
I will. I just want to thank you all. Thank you, Mayor, for these appointments. I think we all feel that it is our honor to do this work and to serve, and we really appreciate your input, your attention to the issues we're facing. We have a terrific planning department. The staff that supports the commission does a super job. I couldn't ask for a better commission. We have a terrific diversity of experience, which really, really helps us to tackle these issues. Houston's at a brink. We need to make some changes in how we do things. There are things going on. There are talks. It's up to us to apply the law that we have now. It's up to you guys to change these policies as we need to. And will be more. But it's our honor to help, to advise, and to do the dirty work in the meantime. I shouldn't call it dirty work. The implementation. Thank you. The implementation. But thank you again. And thank you to my commission.
Thank you also very much. Thank you all for your service. And it does take a lot of time and a commitment and dedication, and you all have done that and will do that extremely well. And you are a complement and a supplement to what we do. And so, in fact, the city just couldn't run without the Planning Commission. So thank you also very, very much. Thank you. Okay.